I'm at Oz AgTech 2024 and I'm with Chris Bird. Chris, you're at the Investor Showcase today and you're
Indeed.
actually a patent attorney and you work a lot in the innovation space within AgTech.
That's absolutely right, Tim. We're here as a supporter, a partner of the organisation and of all of the AgTech network that's here today. So we're very much part of this whole ecosystem.
I'm really keen to talk to you because I'm keen to get some advice. I deal a lot with people who innovate on farms, and some people come up with some amazing ideas, whether it be a new gate latch or whether it be a new type of computer program to sort out their data. There's a lot of innovation in the ag sector because we have to innovate, margins are small. Taking an innovation to market, what would be the major steps that you would want to put into place, and when should you consult an attorney to help you with that? At what stage of the journey?
Look, absolutely. I think it's fair to say that the more knowledge you have at an early stage, the better you're going to be served, because it's about making the right decisions at the right time. And sometimes those decisions may be, well, we won't do that. We'll just continue the way we're going. But you've done that with the sure knowledge that you haven't missed something along the way. So let's take some of your examples. You've come up with a new mechanical device, a gate latch or something like that. It may, in fact, just be something really useful for you to use and take the benefit of it. But actually, if you see some real potential for it, you've actually seen that problem maybe elsewhere, or you realize that could be really useful more broadly within the industry, whether it's down the road with my neighbors or perhaps overseas. This could have global potential. Have a conversation with an advisor, whether it's a lawyer or a patent attorney, early on, and find out what you might do to actually get some protection around it. Because the truth is, as soon as something's successful, it's going to be copied and you're going to have someone steal a march on you. So make a decision earlier on about whether there's something that you want to protect. Protection may not be the way to go, but be advised early on and make that decision in the right way.
So some market research, know the potential for
some market research and some knowledge about what you might want to do with it. Because as I say, perhaps it's just something for you to use and be the first mover. But if you've got a business proposition and you think that you might want to commercialize it, then steps can be taken if they're taken at an early enough stage.
So don't sit on your heels, talk early, get advice early rather than later. No doubt you've seen some people come to you too late.
Indeed. And this is a massive surprise to so many people when they realize that if they have already disclosed their idea, they cannot protect it anymore.
Right.
Because it's no longer new.
If you tell your mate down the pub and your mate builds one, you've got no right to have a patent.
That's probably right, unless your discussion with your mate was in the cone of silence, in the cone of confidentiality. But yes, get advice before you publish. That's the fundamental of patent protection.
Well, there's good advice already. What are you seeing as the major trends now in the Oz AgTech space? You have a lot of innovation coming across your desk. Where are you seeing innovation most hotly at the moment?
The truth is that there's innovation in agtech across every technology space, and that goes all the way from biotech, food science, animal feed, to automation, robotics, AI, data analysis. So across the full space. But in answer to your question, Tim, whether perhaps the hottest spaces, I'd say biotech. So we're talking here about things like synthetic proteins. We're talking about treatment of seeds so that they might germinate sooner. So the biotech side of it. And then the remote sensing, data analytics, AI applied to smart farming. Those are perhaps the really hot areas. But as I say, every area of agriculture is being completely turned on its head by tech.
And farmers are innovators, aren't they? They're not only inventing these things, they're taking up the technology as well at a greater rate than ever before.
Yes, and look, that's absolutely true. I would say, in all honesty, that it's a slow to adapt industry in many ways, because there are so many other things for farmers to be worried about. They are very busy people. They're up early in the morning, they're up till late at night, running the farm. Bringing new technology needs a real mindset change, but when they do focus on the advantages technology can bring, then farmers are very, very happy to adopt.
So the secret to developing a new idea is to look at the case value first, rather than finding a technology and thinking, I'd like to sell this to farmers. Think about the problem and solve the problem.
Yes, look, I think that's a very fair way to put it. You've got to see the commercial advantage of it. There's no point taking on an innovation just for the sake of it. It's got to make your life better, more efficient, less costly, less painful. Think about the pinch points and address those.
Absolutely. What are 3 things that you like to see someone who's got an innovation or an idea or an invention? What are 3 things that you like to see someone have in place before they go to market?
Well, that's a really good question. Probably the 3 most important, the fundamentals, are that they've thought through the business case. It's no point, you could have a most brilliant idea, but if there's never going to be a market for it, what's the point? You know, build it, enjoy it. So thinking through the business case and where it actually might go. Secondly, have you done some research? Have you done some research around, is it really new? Is it really something that is going to set the world on fire? So you've got to actually think through the innovative quality of it. And there's many facets, of course, to that aspect of it. And then thirdly, commercialization. Have you actually thought through how you're going to fund this side of it, and where that's going to, the challenges that that's going to lead to, and have you at least in part addressed that? It's a journey. You need a roadmap.
Even just where you get something made can make a huge difference to the business case for a product.
Oh, absolutely right. When it comes to commercialization, actually thinking through the practicalities, the concrete tangibles at an early stage, as I say, it's a roadmap. You may not have all of those waypoints, those milestones mapped out in full, but have you at least sketched out where the journey is likely to take you?
And that's where organisations like AusAgTech can be really helpful, in that they put you in touch with people that make you think about those things, or people that have already been on the journey and can give you pointers.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely. The cohorts that get involved with organisations like this feed off each other, because they've taken some wrong steps, every one of them, and others have some, and they've taken some right steps. And sharing that knowledge will most definitely help others to avoid the pitfalls, seize the opportunities, understand the risks. But in addition, just bringing together all of the different stakeholders and advisors, whether they are accountants, lawyers, funders, manufacturers, exporters, whatever, bringing those people together, making them available and accessible is like gold dust to a startup.
So you've really got to be a team coach. You've got to build a team around yourself early on and get the sequence right.
Yes.
So get involved with an organisation that can help you with that, seek good advice, and don't be afraid to fail, I suppose.
Look, that's true. The difficult side is an understanding that so many startup businesses don't make it. Therefore, and so every single startup business has enormously limited resources in funds and in time. Getting that right, understanding it at an early stage is just so critical. The missteps and the risks that you can face need to be understood, and understood as early, right at the beginning.
Chris, it's wonderful to have you on the channel. Thank you very much for your time today.
Tim, real pleasure.
Fantastic advice to a lot of people, and thank you for your time.
A pleasure. Enjoy your day, Tim.
Thank you.